I was 18 years old when I started writing, and now it's been 10 years that I have been working as a freelance writer for many companies and businesses. In these 10 years, I have written hundreds and thousands of words, including a book titled Superhuman in You. I have trained dozens of writers on how to write their own story and publish their work. Featured on many websites, my articles have reached thousands of people around the web. And now I think that all these 10 years of my experience and dozens of work makes me eligible to share how to write professionally and give boost to your career. So in this video, I am not going to tell you on how to write good answers so that you can marks very well in the examination. Your marks depend on your teacher. If you write what your teachers expect you to write, you will get good marks. It's simply because of the fact that teachers want to hear what they want to hear. If you write something outside the framework of their mind, you will get into trouble. So if you are here on how to write good answers in English literature examination, then this video is not for you. But if you are serious about how to become a good writer and start building your brand as a writer, then this video is for you. So before beginning this video, if you are someone who believes in smart work rather than hard work, or if you are someone who does not want to waste hours and hours of their time in writing down the notes for UGC-NET English Literature, then you can simply check our study material on English Literature. Check the link in the description below to know more about this study material. And now, without any further delay, let's begin this video. As I mentioned that I started my journey as a writer when I was 18 years old. It took me around 5 years to generate a good income from this profession. The simple reason is that it takes 5 to 7 years of time to generate a suitable income from your passion. Everything is a part of process, and you have to follow the process in order to get the results. Overnight success is a myth. There is some process which is working behind the person for 5 years, for 6 years, for 7 years. And after going through this process for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, after facing all the disappointments and rejection, one starts seeing the results of all the hard work he has done in the past few years. So I don't believe in luck because I have spent many hours in developing the skill, many hours in reading the books, many hours in understanding how this profession go like. And this process you have to take down by yourself. No college, no teacher can help you do that. Writing good answers in examination is not a skill. I don't believe that anyone can write 2000 or 3000 words in just 3 hours of examination. Because when I started writing, it took me 8 hours to write 1000 word blog post. And now after 10 years, I can write those 1000 word blog posts in just 2 hours. But still, it takes me 2 hours to write 1000 word blog post. Even if you ask the topper of your class to write down 10 pages on his own life, he will get lots of words within 2 pages. Education system teaches us to memorize the answers and to write down in the examination. It teaches us to memorize the quotation and use them in the answers. But writing creatively is not easy. There is some process of 5 years, 7 years or 8 years that you have to follow in order to figure out how to write well. So now let's start with first habit, which is of reading. Every page I write is the result of the reading. Every morning from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, I spend my time in reading a book. Again after 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, I spend reading 100 pages. So after fueling myself with hundreds of pages, a large chunk of information, I start my writing routine. If I cannot consume the material, I cannot deliver the material. So throughout the day, I try to remain on a consumption mode. Every week, I try to read 2 books. I'm not bound by the college or syllabus. I go on reading the books on different subjects. I go on reading the articles on different subjects. I go on learning new information before I write something. The simple rule is, the more you read, the better you write. If you want to be a good writer, you must be a great reader. And if you want to be a great writer, you must be an extraordinary reader. Reading fuels your mind. The problem with the writers and research scholars is that they don't read. They are picking up one writer and then they are picking up another writer. They are doing the comparative studies. And that's all. Their 4 years of PhD pass by in spinning the content. They are not producing anything worthwhile. And that's why the Research and Development Department of India ranks at the bottom of all the countries. So your first job is not to become a writer. Your job is to become a good reader. Reading refines your thoughts. Reading polishes your writing. So instead of thinking about becoming a good writer, first become a good reader and consume the information. I do not write anything. Something comes from me which makes me to write. There is some kind of inspiration which burns within me. and I sit down for writing. Writing comes through inspiration, and inspiration comes through reading. So now let's talk about a good writing routine. I remember when I started my career as a freelance writer, I was writing 3000 words every single day for 3 months. In just 3 months, I wrote about 1 lakh words, which is equal to 2-3 books. And then I started my own website. I wrote hundreds and thousands of words on my blog posts. And then I started another website. I used to write articles every single day on that website also. For 2 to 3 hours, I was reading books, and for 7 to 8 hours, I was writing the blogs. So in order to become a good writer, you need to do 2 things. You have to read and you have to write. You have to read and you have to write every day. Try to write 500 words every day. That's how you develop the skill, and that's how you go through the process. It takes time, but the results are fruitful. Third point I want to mention in this video is that whenever you start writing, you have to decide the topic first. You must have some kind of framework so that you don't go outside the framework. For instance, I am making this video and I am trying to talk whatever the topic I have mentioned in the thumbnail on the title of this video. I am trying my best to not go out of this framework. So writing randomly will lose the interest of your readers. When readers won't get what they expect from the title, they will leave you. So first you write down the headlines or pointers that you are going to talk about, and then you have to start writing down. In order to draw these pointers, you need to take some help from books, newspapers, magazines, and research papers. Here also, the ability of reading plays a major role. So make sure whenever you sit writing down for something, you should have some kind of pointers or some kind of headlines. Above everything else, you must have the command over the topic you are talking about. So the last point you need to remember as a writer is that you can write thousands of words on any topic. For instance, if someone gives you a topic to write on a street dog, then it's a challenge for you to write thousands of words on this simple topic, street dog. You can always write more if you can research more. You can always write more if you can use your creative juices. You can write thousands of words on simple topic, street dog. All you just have to do a lot of research work and a positive mindset that you can write thousands of words on this simple topic. In these 10 years, I have learned that there is no such thing like writer's block. It is all about your practice and reading habit. So at the end, you need to develop a good reading habit. You have to research more on the topic you are going to write. You need some framework so that you don't go outside the framework of the topic. And you need to write every single day. Writing is a process and you have to follow this process. It takes time, but the results are tremendous. A good writing routine will help you to go through this process and make you a good writer over a period of time. So try to write 500 to 1000 words every single day. There are so many things that I cannot share in this single video, but I will try to make more such videos in the future. For instance, there are other habits like meditation or having a good healthy exercise routine or having some leisure walks around your house will help you boost your creativity. I will talk about meditation, having a good healthy exercise routine, or importance of walking in my other videos. So with this, we come to the end of this video. If you found the video helpful, then don't forget to subscribe the channel for more updates on English literature. That's it for this video. Thank you.